Thank you so much. First of all, I want to say that we have had very successful AGM for the Bumula Sub-County Professional Caucus. And this is a group of people, professionals from Bumula, who have offered themselves freely to feed back to the community. And they contribute money every year that go towards the bursaries for students in Bumula Sub-County. Thank you so much. You have asked a question about what is my view about the new system, education system. My view is this. This education system is skill-based. And being skill-based, it needs a lot of infrastructure on the ground. Otherwise, our children will be left behind in terms of knowledge and in terms of upward mobility in schools. So in that case, our schools should be well equipped to take care of these students to build skills. But if they are not well equipped, it means they will be poorly mentored. Okay? So in this case, look at it from STEM point of view. We need very highly equipped laboratories. Without well-equipped laboratories, the students will not be well mentored in STEM subjects. That includes physics, chemistry, biology, and the one that makes a foundation that bonds all of them is mathematics. And in that case also it brings in now technology which builds on physics and biology and chemistry. So where do our leaders come in? Our leaders should be able to forge good resources to build the equipment, build the infrastructure for our students. And in this case, majorly, I'll single out our Senator, Isaac Wamalwa. As you look for that position of being a senator, our request is, can you be able to look at ways of building policies that are workable for Bumula. Look for resources that can be able to build the infrastructure. And then in that case, our students will also compete nationally and internationally. Otherwise, where we are, our students are poorly catered for in terms of STEM subjects. Thank you.
And on that, Professor, now you bring in a big question. Because when you look at the statistics that people have looked at from the education point of view, Bumula we rank lowest. Like we don't have grade A, I don't know how they're calling it, those old national schools, even new national schools, we don't have in Bumula. What would you say people like the senator have to do so that we do start, then scale up so that we reach to these levels of other schools? Because I was thinking we should be deliberate. Using that we start from a certain point and we see how do we scale up.
First of all, we should be able to identify, we cannot build all schools to become national schools. So as leadership of the sub-county should be able to identify 2 or 3 schools, but majorly 2 schools, 1 girl school and 1 boy school. Identify them and then now build them to the level of national. Okay? Because there's no way we can build all schools into national. So can the leadership identify? I know it's a lot of politics behind it, but cleverly, wisely, should be able to identify 2 schools, 1 girl school and 1 boy schools, and now start putting in resources that can be able to build these schools to the national level. Yeah.
Because 2-3 things. Number one, the leaders that we've had have been very scared of dealing with the professionals. What do you think the aspiring senator is supposed to do? Why do these leaders get scared of professionals?
I don't know why they get scared of professionals. I always wonder. That's always a wonder to me actually, because these are free resource people. Okay? You can get free resource from the professionals. If any leader that comes in political position can be able to align themselves with the professionals. Like what Wamboka is doing, our MP Wamboka is doing, clear. Just putting in 500,000 through the Bumula Sub-County Education Trust Fund. Okay? We are moving on to increase the number of students. So, my request is that politicians should work with professionals to build the resources in the sub-county. And there's nothing like a competition. There's no competition. It's a matter of an understanding one to another one. Because all of us have positions to play. I can't play a politician position, but I can support what the politician is, the policies that are workable for us to move forward. We can support them. As we sit down as professionals and say, okay, like you workers are now, isn't it?
Yes.
We are good in writing proposals.
Definitely.
If an MP can be able to see the gap and come back and tell us, look here guys, there is a gap here to be filled. Me and Wekesa sit down and write a proposal that attracts funds. If that funds comes in and they are well dispensed, and then our people will benefit. So there's no competition. It's that we must be able to create a relationship. Synergy between politicians and professionals to build the resources for our people.
No, we know now, like we have principal retired, here is within the system. What are the gaps that you think professionals can do in helping politicians like our aspiring senator to bridge these gaps that exist in the education system?
Just like what Dr. has said, it's actually a matter of ensuring that these people are brought on board. If the senator can have a meeting with these principals of the school, because principals know the really problems that affect the learners. So whether it comes on the side of bursary, the side of infrastructure and so forth, just like what Dr. has said, there can be a school that has finance in terms of infrastructure, but another one is lacking some basic facilities like laboratories. Right now we are moving towards the STEM in this program. So there are some schools that lack totally laboratory. How are they going to carry out that particular program? So if they can be brought on, professionals can be brought on board. If the senator can meet them, share with them, they share with the senator about the issues that are actually affecting schools individually. Then that one they may uplift our sub-county.
Yeah, I mean, today being the first time that we've heard about Isaac, we're ready to have more engagements. We can call for certain forums that we are there, we are free. We can give our support, wherever the senator wants, because there are many other issues that we can address. Today, at least those are the few things that we will touch on. And just you people who are handlers of the incoming senator, you should just be involving other people. We're not going to be crying or we want to be facilitated, so that we have a forum that we engage our leaders. Not only him, but other leaders who are aspiring, especially at the county level, because that's what we are lacking. We have 5 positions. In Bungoma, we are really disadvantaged in that. These leaders, women rep, senator, governor, they just never sit and have discussion about these things. Because all the resources, developed resources, we are not supposed to be lacking anything. So, yeah.
We build on each other's strength. We have professionals cutting across almost all the corners of the constituency, and they understand the weaknesses from where they come from. And when we come together, we can be able to highlight those issues so that we will seek solutions. So part of the problems which we identified is education, where we've seen that poverty levels in Bumula are very high, and we want to support our children so that they can also attain education.
As a member of Kimaeti, I appreciate the role and the duties that Bumula professionals are doing. And indeed, we are in support. Dr. Isaac Wamalwa is a person who appreciates education and any other endeavor that will help the Bumula people. Here, as we gathered, we thank this team who invited us to actually come together and brainstorm over matters Bumula. And I know one of the things that the able secretary raised, Dr. David, about mobile laboratories. I think that issue Dr. Isaac has also mentioned in some fora, and I know he's likely to make a follow-up on it. So we thank you so much as members of this team, members of the Bumula professionals, and we appreciate what you are doing in a big way. Thank you so much, and may God bless you.